Good morning, everybody. Um, got my truck back, fix or repair daily. So into the mechanic, got a new radiator for it, and then I had him put in a trailer wire harness. I don't know if somebody stole it or the bumper on the back is newer, so the guy that I got it from, he redid it. I think it was a salvage and he just built it up. But the bumper on there now is like a new one, so I think he just didn't put a wire harness on. If I went to the Ford dealer to do like one of those um, plug and plays, they call it. You just plug it in. It was like $250 for that harness. Luckily, I had the mechanic do it because I had a couple wires that were bad. My license plate light wasn't on. It is now. My reverse lights weren't working. It is now. And then I have the 7-prong plug that works. So that's good. I had to get a battery for it yesterday. I noticed when I was driving, like the battery light would come on, and I'm thinking it's an alternator. But then I looked at the battery. There was a heavy corrosion. Well, there was a slit right by the terminal. That's not good. It was leaking battery acid. So got a new battery. Yay. Not only that, but the Jeep that we have, the family vehicle, the front brakes are not working. Well, they're working, but the calipers are seizing. So I had to get calipers. It's been a rough summer. Each one of our vehicles and tractors, something went wrong with it. So, yeah, adversity. But started this week. We started putting our pumpkins out, and we've been doing very well. Got the corn stalks. Got to get some more this week though, because everybody's being awesome and coming and getting them. So thank you. So we're just gonna go pick up some more. They're all over the place and it takes time. So, the other thing, yesterday John and I and Miss Cindy, who was the lady who had this farm before us, we went to help another farmer and do artificial insemination to her sheep. That was pretty cool. We did 24 sheep in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. It was pretty incredible. It was all science and stuff like that. So not quite how we're doing our goats here. With the goats, we're doing it the old-fashioned way. Put a buck out there and let them go to town for like a month. This was in and out surgery, and it was crazy. So I think I'm gonna play a little clip of what I got. I'm gonna try not to show people's faces because I know not everybody wants to be in it. So I'll do my best. It might be short. It might be a little bit longer. So I don't know. We'll see. Also, I don't know what we're gonna do today. Looks like it's gonna rain. It's not supposed to rain, but we'll see. We might go get some feed for the turkeys and everything. So it's cheaper down there in Orville than it is up here. So I think that's what we might do, is go down there and grab a couple bags. When I mean a couple, I mean like 20. Truck can handle it, so why not? All right, so stay tuned, and a bunch of randomness today, and enjoy this next little clip. Sorry if it's short, but I don't want to show people's faces because they were all, a lot of women don't want to be on TV. Whatever. So I'm going to respect their wishes and not put them in here. All right? Sit tight.
And then right and there. Okay. All right, and that's all you're gonna do. So when I make my approach my trocar, it's going through the skin right there and there. Okay. Then she's gonna come on over here into the prep area. Okay, I'm a prep person. Okay. All right, so you're gonna spray right there, like that. Thing. I just do the last 3 numbers.
What? You want my short thing?
Can we just do the last 3 numbers?
Yeah, just do the last 2 numbers.
Okay.
Oh, that's a habit. It's easy on. No, you don't. gas side is almost here, but I put it in the. Environmental, not genetic.
It's gonna be October in a few days. Cleaning it out. Should have filmed it, but I popped this guy off and cleaned it out. So the way it works in the front, you build the fire, and smoke goes up, and it goes into this chamber, comes out, and it billows up the stovepipe. Don't know the technical term, but clean that out, and then I got to clean out the big firebox, and I come down here with that thing, that big screw, and I go down right there and pull it out. When you're cleaning a stove or a boiler like this, you start from up and you work down, because all the ash is gonna fall down. That's the firebox. See all that? Right in there, that black? That came, let's see, through that. That's where that smoke chamber was. So whatever I couldn't pull out, I pushed down in there. And then that's what we're doing. So I don't know if you want to see me shovel. This is what I'm doing, cleaning that out. I'm working my way down. This thing's dirty. We only cleaned out the firebox this year. Well, as it's going, you know, the ash builds up and it creates oxygen from flowing. And you don't want oxygen to stop flowing because it won't maintain temperature of the fire. So fuel, flame, oxygen for fire. And so I'm going to clean this out as best I can. Hopefully the blower motor works. I tested the water pump in the back. So the way this works, there's a firebox, and then around the outside of the firebox there's like a bladder filled with water, treated water, and hot water goes into the house. It goes over the coils of the furnace. The blower motor on the furnace blows the hot from the coils through the ductwork, and then the cold air returns back, or the cold water, excuse me, returns, comes back out here to get reheated again. So it's like a cycle, and it's just the blower motor of the furnace is blowing the heat from the coils. This boiler is separate from everything. It's got its own thermostat. I think there's a range. So I have it set to 180 degrees at the lowest and 200 at the highest. So if it goes over 200, it cuts off the oxygen flow to the fire and tamps it down a little bit. And if it goes below 180 degrees, it'll kick on the blower motor. So it keeps it in that range. So it's not consistently running. So it's pretty efficient, actually. If you have the fuel to keep it going, then it's a really good idea. It's good for homesteading and all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm going to work on shoveling this out. I got my wheelbarrow. And then I found out that that trash can right there, it's full of ash too. I didn't dump it. But I'm going to go put that in the garden once it's full. That helps with all the soil and stuff. So I'm going to clean this out. I'm going to spare you showing shoveling. And we'll go from there. Cool. That's while we wait for Mr. John. Cool. We got the feed. That was kind of boring. I'm like, why would I videotape us getting feed? Like 1,300 pounds. So right now what I'm doing is trimming this tree, because tomorrow we're going to try to move the cows across the street here. I'm going to take them right through there, right through the yard, and then to the back pasture. So just trimming some tree branches so they don't get spooked. We'll see. Oh, then I got to finish cleaning out the wood boiler. You pull up to the barn and you see animals outside. You assume that those animals belong to the barn. Somebody saw our kittens and they had to walk over here to the house asking, "Are those your kittens? Do they belong here?" Just didn't know because I would have took them. If you go to a farm and you see animals on the farm, 100% of the time, that animal belongs on that farm. Don't ask dumb questions. All right. For my next death-defying feat, we gotta clean out the bottom. So I got the top, I got the middle, now I gotta get the bottom. With these wood burners, these boilers, you want to leave a little bit of sediment in there. You're not gonna have it 100% clean. That's okay. Oh. Archimedes screw. That's what they call it. And then you got the old school handle right here. So I'm gonna pop this in. I got the wheelbarrow right there. Pretty clean. Uh-oh. Don't put your nut where you're gonna shovel, because you'll lose it. Know how I know? Oops. Found it. Here's the back. So that's what I popped off. I don't know if I showed you this. It was like 3 hours ago when I started doing this. Then we went and got feed. But here is the electric to the machine. Comes from the house. Comes out here. Cord that goes into the pump, and this is what pumps the water from the jacket and everything. So I think I might fill this with water just so we're ready to go. I don't have to worry about it. This pump, I guess these go out pretty often. Knock on wood, this won't happen this winter time because I know it will. With the way the summer is going, so hopefully it won't. But yeah, that's the back of it. Let me put this back in. There's the water temperature settings. Range control, and then like the high temperature. So I have that set at 200. So it shuts off, yeah, it'll shut off the blower at 200. Here, it'll kick on at 170. So that's the range, 170 to 200. The second wheelbarrow. We burnt, I think, 11 cords of firewood last year. It was 11 or 12. And you got to go out here and clean it out periodically. Not like I just did it. This is like the first cleaning for the year. But you got to get the stuff out of the burn box in that chamber so the air could flow freely. So you got to make sure that's working, you know, that's cleaned out. A lot of things could go wrong with this, but the two main things are the water pump and the blower motor. So luckily we could find them. But are you going to want to do that when it's cold out? You know, probably going to happen, but here goes nothing, you know. I'm going to go dump this, and I'm going to go get the hose, and I'm going to start filling this water jacket full of water. And then I got to put the treatment in there. What is that? Chicken feather. Put the treatment in, and what the treatment does, it neutralizes for a neutral pH balance for the water. Because if you have a lot of contents in it, it's going to rust everything a lot faster, and you don't want that. So go dump this, hook up the water, and fill it up. Well, that's what a clean firebox looks like. Last year we had the coal so packed in there that it was level with the shelf right here all the way across. That happens. Alright, to fill it, you run the hose back here and connect it to the hose on the inside. Pretty sure you got to close some valve. But if it's been sitting all summer, I don't think it leaked. But I kind of want to fill the whole system. To know when to turn it off, there's that little ball right there. Water's going to start squirting out of that, and that's when the system's filled up. There's a little diode in there. I don't know if it even works, but we're going to turn it on. What are you doing? Just asking? Nothing. Say hi to 25 subscribers.
What?
Say hi to our 25 subscribers.
We're not authorized to video us.
Oh, you're my family.
Hi, Mike.
Hi. Just filling this up.
Are you still videoing?
Yeah? Oh, that's fun. Alright, well, the nozzle on the hose is trash. So here is the valve you push down that's going to fill the entire thing. That nozzle was actually bent and it wasn't getting a good seal and it was squirting out the side. I don't like that. So we're at 22 seconds. Well, we got a new well pump. I haven't timed how fast or how much we pump at any one time. But the last well pump was putting out 4.5 gallons a minute. We're at 39 seconds, so if we're even, say, 5 gallons a minute, that'll give me like a idea of how much water we're putting in this jacket. Well, you know, evaporation, it's an old unit. Hopefully we don't have to do a new jacket. There was water in the system because I opened that valve with the hose off and the water squirted out, so that means it's holding water still, so that's good. We're just waiting to see how much water we need to add. We added, I think it was January, we did a quick clean, or was it February? Around there, it's cold, and we had to fill the jacket. And the problem that I had was I left the hoses in the garage and there was water in it and it froze, so I had to go with my little blowtorch and heat up the hose. But it looks like we're kind of empty here. No, I don't know this one here. That's open all the way. That makes a difference. No. Feel like it's empty. So we're at 2.5 minutes. We figure there's at least 15, 16 gallons in there now. Five minutes. See it squirting? Alright, let's turn it off. I'm gonna pop out the diode. But look, it's broken. Yay. So I'm gonna have to get another one of these. I know they have them at like stove shops and stuff like that. This one doesn't really look that bad, really. But it rested up there. I'm gonna see, maybe I'll JB weld it or something. So anyway, I gotta put this stuff in here. This controls the rust, like I was saying, rust inhibitor. And it says you want to do 1 gallon for every 200 gallons of stove water. So there's already stuff in there. This is a 300 gallon stove, and I ran it for 5 minutes. So that leaves me with 15, 20, I'm gonna say 25 to 30 gallons I put in there. So, by being a math expert, and fluids, oh, it's about that much. Don't ask me how I know, I just know. Oh, I also used to be a safety officer. William, if you see this, I didn't want to get the ladder. I'm lazy. Alright, I'm going to put this back in. I got to get another. I've seen them before. I don't know. Did I see them at Menards? Well, there's a stove shop in Northfield I could get it from. But I don't want anything getting in there, so I'm just going to put the ball on top. Yeah, okay, just going to close this guy up. It's ready to burn, so when we're ready, we're ready. Make sense? Last year we burned October 17th is our first fire. I know that because my birthday is October 16th. And we went for a hike that day, and we came back, and it got real cold overnight. We had a really, really heavy frost. So we started it up. And then we got the house warm. Hopefully we could hold off on that a little bit. Since it's such a production, and we like cold weather, like we'll just close. First thing we do is when it starts getting cold, we close the windows. And then the house, you know, we could handle 60, 65 degrees, no problem. We just put on warmer clothes. Before kids, we'd wait till almost Thanksgiving to turn our heat on because, you know, cheap. Now we make wood. We don't make the wood. We get the wood, we cut the wood, and we burn the wood. So it's like free heat, but we're running electricity to heat the house. But it's a super efficient system. And a cord of firewood, if we start burning it mid-October, that lasted us through mid-November, if not longer. I'm a little bit behind with the firewood right now, but, you know, it is what it is. Look at you. Let me see those. Good job. How many are in there?
I didn't count.
You didn't count? That's okay. You got a bug on you.
Oh.
On your... No, I'm joking. What?
That is food from the last step all the way there.
Yeah?
Oh no, I got chicken poop on me.
You got chicken poop on you?
Yeah,
And you're gonna wipe it off of me?
yeah.
No, wipe it off in the grass.
Are you filming the video?
Yeah. Hey Michelle.
Appetizers or
No, we're good.
water? Nothing.
When is a door no longer a door? When it's ajar.
Do it.
I just got this pen that could write underwater.
You fucking. You know, I'm gonna swear just so you can't put it on there.
I just got this pen that could write underwater. It could write other words too. That was the whole joke, but she let a couple words slide, and I didn't want to put that in here. So, anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.